here we have a very senior SSS from JCI, a great institution. We have Mr. Richards here, Dr. Andiko, and Dr. Mahaya.
On behalf of Joint Commission, first of all, we want to thank Dr. Ramesh and family member of this network of hospitals for this invitation. It's the first one. Some other opportunities may follow, who knows, to assess your hospital on the set of standards identified in the 6th edition of the manual, the last 20 plus. 8 of the chapters, there are 14 chapters, are related to patient-centered functions and 6 to managerial operational functions. Overall, we do have 291 standards and 1,199 measurable elements. All need to be assessed. I will not repeat analytically, but what is in the report are opportunities for improvement. We explained more in detail, or describe, not explain, more in detail to your leaders. You should work on those areas, but basically out of our 5 decision rules, you have met decision rule number 1. No standards should have a score less than 5. The aggregate score for each chapter should be 9. There's an algorithm calculate this. As I'm talking, there's a wee hour in Chicago now, at 4, 3, whatever it is. The report will be examined. Maybe also tomorrow, who knows. But quickly, turnaround time will be quick. The aggregate score of the entire 14 chapters is 9.8. And then there is a benchmark with all the hospitals that have been, the mean number of hospitals that have been evaluated in the previous 24 months. And then there is the international patient safety goal that could not have any not met. You have met all, all these 5 requirements. But other than that, we have seen a commitment of your staff, starting with leadership, that is a proxy of a strong values and preparation, endurance, and commitment to continue. This is one step, maybe a milestone, but the journey doesn't end here. And Meyer, would you say a few words to our colleagues here?
Well, as Enrico mentioned, we are very grateful for the hospitality that we received. Generally, I'm very happy when I see people coming toward us rather than running away from us. And throughout the whole week, and that was what we experienced, especially when you see that the housekeeping staff or other staff are really anxious to answer questions. That means that becomes part of their culture, and safety is something is in everybody's mind. It's in your culture, it's in your eyes, and we can see that. I've mentioned that to the leadership, that generally when we look at people and they really care, we know by now that who cares and who doesn't, and you do. The best measure that I can say that I tell people that how well they're doing is, if I get sick or if my family gets sick, I'll be honored to be treated by you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Well, I was treated yesterday. He did a very fine job. I'm a little better. But to add to what Maya said, you know, when we come to an organization, we can tell, I mean, you've been doing this for a while, and so we can tell when an organization is really interested in learning more and becoming more familiar with the standards. We also can tell that you did not prepare just for these 4 or 5 days. What we saw is what you do every day and have been doing every day. This is nothing new to you. Your work is
been going on the same level, I'm sure, as what we saw in the past 4 or 5 days. I tell people I'm from America, so we're a little slow at picking things up, but it's not difficult to pick up people or organizations that are putting on a show. This is no show. This is substantive. This is your work, and it shows. It's been a pleasure being here. Your staff are wonderful. As Maya said, many places, several places we go, people run the other way. Housekeeping usually goes and hides in the closet, and the doctors all of a sudden are very busy. So it's the technician and the nurses that are left to take the brunt of the survey. But you all participated, and you've come forward, you've tolerated the questions. I think you're a great organization, and you have a good deal of potential, and I would be proud to think that you're a member of the Joint Commission.
So, we assure you, sir, we reiterate that we will continue. We know this is only the beginning, this is not the end of the journey. The quality of journey will continue, and we are extremely delighted, grateful, thankful. We appreciate your whole efforts, and we wholeheartedly bow our heads, and definitely we try to stand as a unique organization in this part of the area.